kills off a decent chunk of these forces as that fourth base finishes up. I believe the Prism is getting its next warp in on the right side as the Adept shade over. He's in the main, he's in the natural, he's in the third, and Lambo is taking a beating, Roddy.
Yeah, somehow he's still at 59 drones. I have no idea how he's done that. A couple of Adepts do get blown up there by the mailings as well, but Deep's army is just too big, and there's Adepts all over the place.
That's a lot of Adepts, Kev. He's just continuing to swarm over him. Neve have become Zerg, the master of units. GG, a 3-1 victory.
I like the way they keep building this up there. Really, he's playing into the series, right? Multiple times. He follows it up with a Phoenix, where the first game you're kind of worried about maybe not in. He's like, no, it's just Archon Immortal. Then again, Oracle Phoenix. It's just Archon Immortal, it's just Archon Immortal. Until that moment where you think like, it's just going to be Archon Immortal, right? Well, it's not. It's 35 Adepts, and if you have 3...
And he well-deserved win. A tip of the hat to Sterile 2, put on a show. It was just a duking out of two gods of StarCraft from us as the observers. Thank you so much for that performance, but I cannot wait to hear from our victor and Sphinx on stage.
No.
Thank you very much for that one, In Control. Indeed, this is a matchup between two of the best Protoss non-Koreans in the world, where our first player is the last American hope who needs your support if he wants to make the grand finals one more time. And facing him is the last German hope who is attempting his second WCS title. Please welcome on stage, it is Neve and Showtime!
completely negated here by Neeb.
Are you kidding me? I can't take it anymore, Todd. This has been a very long day of StarCraft. And there's way too much Protoss dying here.
And even defending these here, Showtime needs to be careful. Okay, he's got Mothership Core around, he's got a lot of adepts as well, ready to defend in that location. Neeb is so fearless. He just keeps going forward, keeps on trying to get those engagements, and eventually he lands a couple of those Purification Novas.
Once again, he shot first. Double kill! Slammed on there for Neeb. God, how good is this young man with Disruptors, Todd? I really didn't like his position anymore. I really felt he overcommitted on the right top side. It felt that Showtime was starting to run away with this game, but Neeb is just playing out of this world.
He's building up quite the bank here right now. If he gets a ton of Stalkers here, might be able to close things out, but Showtime is such a survivor as well. I can't believe that Neeb did so much better with so few less Disruptors, and now he's got the lead. Imagine what he's going to do with 7 against 3.
Attacking is still difficult, and there's a couple of cannons over here as well. That one shot from Showtime is not going to connect. Showtime's counterattack on the right side is...
Every single time connects onto the Disruptors, which is the dream in a PvP like this. Showtime has to evacuate his main mining base there and relocate at the 12 o'clock position, but guess what? Neeb can keep on expanding quite easily as well behind this. He's got such a huge economy that he's even struggling to spend all of his minerals right now.
Yeah, nice double kill there in the end for Showtime as he finally picked off 2 of those Disruptors on the left side, but he lost the base though. That was pretty much the only full mining base as Neeb has retaken his, what do we call it? 5th, I guess? Because I mean, he had it before.
One of his bases.
Yeah, one of the bases that he lost before, he reclaimed it. And one Disruptor. Nope. Neeb shot first, not. The golden rule. One person shoots first, he's always gonna get it.
Okay, Showtime's the one with an Oracle here. If he tags this army, he might finally be starting to get the trades he's looking for. Charge down start for him, as well as additional gateways. He's gonna go for the kill here. He feels like he has enough blinks under this void race, and Showtime is gonna be forced back. There's so many Disruptors here to help and cover this army of his. If he breaks this space, he will almost certainly have won. Let's see if Showtime can defend.
All the adepts are moving forward as well. He's gonna let the Shade finish up, but he's gonna let a couple of them finish up. But there's an army left behind there for Showtime. Really good job. Is Neeb overcommitting here? Todd, he's actually throwing away a lot of units.
He is, but he killed a bunch of pros, remember?
No.
He's doing better on the economy side of things with more bases.
Yeah,
and eventually, he always ends up getting those Disruptor connections. Gets more probes as well.
I think Showtime has cleaned up that little army of Neeb, but he gets the Mothership Core there. Neeb that. If you look away for one moment and there is a flanking Disruptor, the game can turn upside down. Once again, Neeb picks off. Can we take a look at the amount of Disruptors that have been picked up on each side? It's 18 against 15, all right.
Look at that Robo is in the threat here. Neeb's gonna blink forward. He thinks he has enough, and he might just have enough here. Disruptors to support his blink forward, and that base is gonna be toast across the map. Showtime's trying to counter it. Doesn't have enough. He moves down to his semi-finals here after an epic series against Showtime, earning himself the title of best scoring Protoss right now, and cementing himself as one of the favorites here in this tournament.
Once again, showing that impeccable Disruptor display. I love it when these two go up against each other. As a Protoss player, do you remember the days that people used to complain about PvP, that PvP wasn't fun to watch, that it wasn't exciting, that it was one-dimensional? This series had it all. What an amazing quarterfinals, and what a performance by this young man who's on this stage with Smix. Smix, take it away.
Thank you so much, Rob. It has indeed been a long day, class, but it is time for our last quarterfinal match of the day. For our first opponent, he is a Brazilian Terran who looks to continue his momentum in defeating Snoot against his next opponent, the DreamHack Valencia champion of 2016. Please welcome on stage, it is Kelazor and Nurchio!
Job of getting it this far, but how does he clean up this army? Nurchio is actually taking Kelazor's left side base. What can he do? There's just too many Ultralisks.
Yeah, and they're getting more heavily upgraded as time goes on. Plus 3 characters nearly finished for them. It's like a couple of Ultras maybe shaved off the back here, but there's still so much left. I think he got an investor there as well. It's actually a nice pick off fight.
Third base is dead, natural expansion's cleared out. dropping some files there. The only thing he's got running is the fourth base, but he played a techless style, which means that when he reached this number of ultralisks, he just doesn't have enough to actually handle everything. And Nurkio's going to knock this base down, lands a money fungal onto Kelazur's army, and I believe that might be all she wrote. Made it a phenomenal performance by Kelazur. Such a sick run here at this WCS. He's still fighting his heart out with these Marines and Marauders, but he has no economy behind this. He has 11 SCVs. He needs to make a punch so deep he just cuts them straight in half. We just haven't seen that out of him today. I don't know how he's going to do that with 3 more Ultras, 3 more Infestors, and plus 3 about to finish.
He needs to one punch that is so heavily upgraded and so high tech. It is a tough hill to climb, to say the least.
Yeah, and you know the thing is, you want to drop the mules, so you don't have the scans as often. And there you go, another beautiful fungal.
That fungal is incredible, and that is going to seal the deal. GG. Nurkio comes back against Bayern and gets himself a seat in the semifinals.
After one hell of a day, ladies and gentlemen, a sick finish to a series of amazing games. As far as games of StarCraft go, this has been one of the most epic I think we've ever had in WCS history. So many astounding matchups, so many astounding results, and an amazing.
Our first player is a Terran who's already attained his highest finish at a tournament yet, and he wants to seize this chance at making the grand finals for the very first time. His American opponent is just 1 win away from making a repeat grand finals of Austin last year, and he does not want to stop now. Please welcome your semifinalists, Special and Neeb.
First semi-final here for Dave. And they're fighting underneath the just now one Liberator. Neeb pushing forward, but there's a choke point of sorts. The Marauders just not simply having enough DPS to finish this off. The Liberator will also die here as well. And Neeb pushes through from his third base while harassing the third of Special. Special still on top of this macro, but if he loses this fight any worse, it could get really, really bad for him here.
We don't mind getting an adept kill there, not the hugest of deals. The huge deal here is that Neeb getting damage across the map while holding strong.
Can't do it.
At
Can't hold on to the third.
No, and Special is struggling to reinforce here. He's been on top of his macro, but Neeb has been fighting very efficiently here.
Here comes Neeb.
There's Stalker warp in, Mace be able to deal with it.
Oh, boys.
SPV's being pushed. Just Special hard on his Neeb crack through. 30 SPV's going down. I think he's done it. There's big warp in for the warp prism on the left. Reinforcement is attack from Neeb. Widowmine's coming in to reinforce, but Neeb targeting them down. Special doing what he can with what he has, which isn't a whole lot now. He's down to 32 workers. The army supply of Special still not too bad.
There's the shot, though. Appropriate would it be if an orbital dying is one of the final kind of nails in the coffin for Special, where that has been a big, I mean, it's kind of a weird thing to say, but it's been a problem for him with him killing them and with his opponents killing them unnecessarily. And now he's just behind that wall in the natural. I think he's going out the map with a drop. If he's ever going to win or lose a game, it's going to be through that counterattack play. But he just doesn't have the guns. He doesn't have enough things.
Doesn't have enough things. Fourth Nexus trying to get down here for Neeb, and Special could cancel that if he wanted to, but he wants to go for a juicy big pickoff there, and he's heading to the third base. A depth here to meet him, and he has the ability to warp it again.
Yeah, he's being found over here and falling further and further behind. Special is moving his main orbital over to that base, and if he can go undetected and he can unload enough mules, he could maybe get a little bit of an uptick in his economy. He picks off this Observer, so that's the beginning of it, but did it see that SCV transfer? I don't know. And now the Phoenix is going to go ahead and harry these medevacs and make them commit. They either have to go all the way back home or they have to drop them. Oh, never mind. Maybe.
Oh, no, this flip here. The medevac's can't escape his focus. It's Neeb controls, but actually...
Oh, does that blink? He just started it.
Oh, my God.
I think he just really...
Yeah, I think that was a mistake. Neeb didn't intend to not have blink there. I think he tried to do that. But the big story is that the Dark Shrine is coming down.
A mathematical equation that Special cannot get out of. Shading forward now. He does finish it on top of the Widow Mines, but it just simply does not matter.
That's just too much from Neeb, man.
Liberator not contributing just yet. It's on the fringe there. Now the full surround, and Special does not have anywhere to go.
This is it. Nowhere to go. Here was the Texas.
Back-to-back points in Neeb as he overcomes the odds and takes it to game 5. Absolutely stunning performance. I think we have to take a moment and give a tip of the hat and a handshake here from the Special, who played out of his mind. Good luck in Korea and at GSL. We'll all be rooting for you. But the man of the hour, at least for right now, as he heads to the finals, is on stage with Mixed, and I cannot wait to hear from him.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Colares. Our first semifinal match showcased Mexico versus the USA, and for our second semifinal match, it'll be Poland versus South Korea. Our first third player is a two-time DreamHack champion looking to make his 7th grand final appearance in his career, and his opponent is the WCS Summer Champion looking to make his 3rd grand final appearance. Austin, give it up for Nurtio and True!
Just have too much. It looks like he actually has even more army supply now. The investor's still in the back, not doing a whole lot, but the Roaches and Ravens and Nurtio looking like they might be too much. And True gets broken here. The hatchery of True under siege. Ravager Biles connecting with some of the Overlords. 3 Overlords there, knocking them down. And True's Roaches desperately trying to hold here. I think Nurtio, it's just numbers time. I think he just has too many. Oh, that's a lovely move there with the Bile, getting those eggs before they hatch.
True even was one of great here. I think he might have fought a little bit too early, just in a bad position. Nurtio cleaned up, and this perfect counter-attack here. You even mentioned it, maybe he could attack. He didn't really need to, but he was like, you know what? I might as well. I'm confident enough, went for it, cleaned up. Now has a huge supply lead. True's trying to fight back. He's on the chase a little bit, but the Stoop never lies, Maynard.
That's right. And I think that if Nurtio rallies his forces, which it looks like he's doing, he's going to be able to take this series. He's on match point. This could be it. The map here, the hatchery is going to go down, knocking True down to 3 base economy. He does still have a pretty fresh base at the top, but that is next on the list for Nurtio. Does he go for the throat? Does he go for the third? Looks like he's going to go for the top base here. Down, but Nurtio just microwing out of them. He's just going to continue to press this advantage. Nurtio still just rallying units. There's a stream of red dots heading across the map, and True getting patted away from his own defense network. He can't even stop this army from coming up into his natural, and that is surely too much. That is going to be it. True getting taken out here by the Polish third. Oh, Nurtio is just so good at this matchup. I've seen it time and time again. His expertise in CBC shining through here on stage at WCS Austin. Well played by Nurtio, well played by True, but the Polish third will be the finalist to face Lee in the grand final. Beautiful series from Nurtio. The smile of an assassin as he takes out the South Korean's True, who's been training so very hard. Instead of before, True's been training very, very hard here for this tournament, and it shows. He got all the way to the semis. But Nurtio, this god for the European scene, too strong in the end.
Thank you very much, Colares. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Welcome to the 2017 WCS Austin Grand Finals. So excited to introduce these 2 players. Up first, we have our American home crowd favorite and Kespa Cup champion, hungry to take first place, especially after finishing as runner-up last year. But he has a very tough opponent in this Polish serve, who already has 3 premier titles under his belt, and today he is looking for his 4th. Austin, give it up for Neve and Nurtio!
Just feels right after.
But landing on nada. There's another strike. It's 3 more of the Ravagers.
Yeah, this is a fight that you almost can't win. I mean, the greatest fight is done, but
he's brutalizing him. He's getting ready to make this next. Devastating disruptor shot. Needs disruptor control. Disgusting. 2 more shots go up. And tearing Nurtio to pieces with the next round of